so surprised to see snow.
Me too.
It's January, like you should expect it, but what the hell?
Not in this country, man. Good snowstorms. So what's your video going to be? Is it going to be Joe Allam tries landscape photography in bright blue skies? It's like the worst conditions for it.
Oh man, this road is beautiful.
It is.
Right.
That's the general rule in 7 minutes. But it's quite nice with that barn and the herd of sheep in the corner.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. I'm going to load some Ilford Delta 100, which is a black and white film.
Ooh. Ooh. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Yorkshire Dales on this very cold, bitterly cold January morning. It's cold, it's fresh, it's blue skies, and I'm very happy. I'm going to be attempting some landscape photography today. It's been a while since I've been out in nature doing this type of photography, but yeah, thought I'd give it a go. So, my humble tour guide for today is of course Tom Heaton, and shooting with a Hassie 501.
Hasselblad 501 CM, to be precise. 6x6 medium format square images.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah, really nice. I love this camera. I love it like a child.
So as you can probably tell, I'm up in the north of England, and this is the first time I've ever been around this area, taking in the brisk cold air. We've started off by pulling over on the side of the road. So Tom's driving the deli, is what you call it, right?
Yeah, the deli.
The deli. It's this epic rig. If you haven't seen it, by the way, go and check out Tom's channel. Does some brilliant landscape photography stuff, and you've had your van for like, what, close to a year now?
I'd say about a year, yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming up to its 1 year birthday.
Nice. And yeah, it's a pretty epic rig to be going around getting photos, exploring, 4-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. It's good. So to start the day, we've been driving through, and you know what, I'm actually surprised to see snow. I know it's January, but we don't really get snow in the UK very often, and if we do, it's going to be on like real high level areas. And of course the Dales has some high level areas, but this has caught us off guard, but very pleasantly surprised and very happy to see it. So we've just got these barns over there, and as we were driving, just saw the light catching it, saw a flock of sheep as well. Thought that's kind of interesting. So we'll start off with some images here, and then we've got some plans to head a little bit further, go see a viaduct, and potentially revisit a spot that Tom went to in the summer. All right, hat change, because it's actually a bit colder than I expected, although maybe I did expect it, because obviously I brought a hat. It's about 1 degree at the moment, so it's a bit chilly, and it's a damp, sort of wet cold that's coming through. So of course, long-time viewers of the channel will know that my sort of specialty, and the area that gets me most excited, is urban photography and street photography, things like that. However, what you may not know is that my first love of photography was actually landscape photography. That was what got me really excited when I was much younger, and when I first picked up a DSLR. How many years ago was that now? 16, 17 years ago? Likewise, if you are new around here, then welcome. My name is Joe Allam. I'm a travel photographer, and I post all sorts of things about creativity and travel. Although, let's face it, the last couple of years I haven't been able to travel as much, but I am hoping. 2022, we're in January, it's a new year, new start. Let's hope for a big return to travel. So today I am shooting, of course, with my Fuji X-T4. I currently got the 16-80 f4 lens at the moment. Tom is also usually a Fuji shooter, although today, obviously, as you've just seen, is shooting medium format film, which is very exciting. I've never actually done medium format film myself. I've handled the cameras, I've just never actually taken the images and processed them myself. So yeah, I'm very keen to see the images that he gets out of it. So Tom, you're normally using the GFX 50R, right?
Yes, GFX 50R, which I love. It's a great camera, really high quality. But yeah, I enjoy shooting film as well. There's something about it, something more, I don't know, more tactile. I like the analog feel, the manual controls. It's a bit more engaging than digital. forces you to look at the landscape more attentively, I think.
It's just very cool.
Wait till you see my other camera.
Oh! Looks like a underwater housing.
It's an absolute monster.
So if this one was a baby, what's this one? Like a teenager?
This is like, oh no, this is Big Bertha. Big panos.
Woo.
So, yeah, a nightmare to use, but a lot of fun at the same time. Fujifilm, can't beat it.
Nice. That'll do. Nice. I've never been, but that really does look like Table Mountain.
Yeah.
In South Africa.
Very flat.
Yeah.
There's the main footpath, but the main footpath looks like it's going to take us too close, which could be cool to look at it, but in terms of a photograph I'm not so sure. But there's a little trail just behind us that probably leads to a good viewpoint. It's always a telltale sign because it's not an actual trail, it's more of a desire path. So I reckon if we follow that across this boggy grassland, we'll get a cool view. But there's no snow.
Yeah, where's it gone?
Oh well, never mind. Alright, cool.
Cool. Windy. Still windy. So we stopped off at Ribble Head Viaduct, which is this pretty cool viaduct structure. Got some nice light flowing onto it at the moment. But of course that's one of the benefits of winter. You get side light all day. One of the things that's kind of tricky with this is right now it's just a bridge. We're looking at a bridge. But the view when we were walking in, because we were over like a little bit of height, was helping, right? And
Yeah.
then when we came in a bit closer, the track just goes a little bit lower. So we're trying to see if there is a shot here. Tom, you're not confident. You're not.
It's not that I'm not confident. I think I'll make quite a nice image. It's just that, I was going to shoot a panoramic, and it's so expensive.
Oh, this wind is not going to work on this mic.
Not digging it.
I am wondering if we took a walk down that way to view in sideways. Oh my god, this wind today. It's always interesting coming out with different photographers because you start to get to know just different ways that you like to approach things and how you like to shoot essentially the same subject, but with a different eye comes a different result. But I'm very much in Tom's genre of photography today, so I'm going to be point blank and say I'm out of my comfort zone for sure, but of course you know that. I mean, you can visually see it. I'm wearing jeans. I really need to get some waterproof trousers. That is definitely something to add to the list this year. But no, in all seriousness, we're tackling things very differently. So on a usual day for me, I'll go out and I'll take loads and loads of images, very fast-moving subjects and other things, fast-moving light as well. Whereas landscape photography, the subject doesn't move so much, the light absolutely does, and the weather definitely does. So, different parameters to play with, even just the style of things. I'm not normally a tripod shooter. I do have my tripod with me today, but I'm not really finding or feeling the need to use it just yet. But anyway, this viaduct. So of course we've got the arches, and the light is just kissing the arches ever so softly, which is creating some sort of abstract views. I think the obvious shot when you come here is to get it straight on and see it, but we've been struggling a little bit with the height of things, and I can't decide if I want to be higher or if I want to be lower, but whatever the level is up there, it's not really the one. So we've come a little bit around on the side. and looking down the line. Tom's actually gone much closer, whereas I'm thinking of going further back, but zooming in. So we'll see how the difference plays out there. It's also just very comforting being out with another photography YouTuber who understands the faff of getting video, getting photos, battling with the wind and the setup of things. So we're definitely connecting on the same levels there. It's especially funny for the fact that Tom and I have been chatting online for, well, ever since we both started our YouTube channels, which I think Tom was around similar time as me, 2014. In fact, we were our first collabs together way back when I was living in Melbourne, Australia at the time. And yeah, this is only the second time we've actually met in person. So although we've been chatting for ages, we met in person for the first time in Northampton a few months back at like a bit of a YouTube event type thing. And yeah, we decided that we would also come shoot today whilst I'm up in the north of England. So I'm up here celebrating a friend's birthday and exploring the good outdoors. Yeah, fresh air in your lungs. I love it. How is it over there?
No good, frustrating.
Oh no.
It's like almost an image, but not quite. The light's not quite right, and if I could pick the bridge up and move it, would be in business. No, it's just I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah, we're heading towards a spot that you've been to before, right?
Yes, beautiful spot.
And do you want to get the same image again? Different season?
Well, no, definitely not actually, because when I first started shooting film again, I made a point that I would never ever compare or do a comparison between film and digital, which means not taking the same shot on a film camera and then a digital camera and then looking at it. So no, but it is a beautiful subject, so maybe I will. But you know, hey, it's a square camera, so I'll never be able to replicate it. But I purposefully don't ever want to compare digital with film. Yeah, because it's not about that.
I hate anything that has verses in the title. I've done a couple myself, videos, but I'm not a fan of it.
No, me neither. Just do what feels right.
Yeah. So we've just driven about, how long would you say the drive was? 30 minutes?
Like, yeah, 15, 20
15?
minutes. 15, yeah.
And we've arrived at a spot that you first discovered from the book, is that right?
Yeah, I got sent some really good guidebooks and pocket-sized, and I just thought I'd pick one up and see what I could find. I think I was feeling quite uninspired and didn't want the stress of making a decision on where to go, so I thought, oh, I'll check out this guidebook. It's by Ellen Bonus, and it's just a little pocket books you shove in your back pocket. There's
Nice.
Tons of good stuff in there. Put those shoes to the test.
Oh, actually did. There we go. I thought it was a rock at first, and then as I touched it, I was like, that's ice. Yeah, so in that previous video that you made with the guidebook,
Oh yeah.
one of the things that I resonated so much with was how you open it saying, one of the hardest things about landscape photography is finding a location.
Yes.
And like you always feel like you're battling time, but also like opportunity.
Well,
You
it's,
never-
it's more FOMO, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
the grass is always greener on the other side. So actually just committing to one area is probably the best thing you can do for your photography.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not the best area, the fact that you've committed to it means you'll get the most out of it.
Yeah,
Whereas being indecisive and, you know, going from one spot to another spot, oh, what's around this corner, up this hill, you know. I mean, it's all right, but it's no good when the sun's going down and you're losing your light.
yeah. Especially when you've got a trek to it as well, uphill and all sorts.
Oh, the hill. We haven't even got to the hill yet.
Go on, be honest. How often do you get an ice cream when you see one?
Very often, but I left my wallet in the van.
Ah, would you like one?
Oh, if you're having one, I'll have one.
I'll have one, yeah.
Oh, yeah? Why not?
This is what landscape photographers do,
Oh,
right?
yeah, wilderness and ice cream, obviously.
This looks legit. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
surprised to see an ice cream van out here.
The narrative's changed. It's not cold anymore. Ice cream.
It's warm. Hot. Wow. Cheers. This morning. Yes. Gotta be some shots there. Gotta be.
Whoa. Just love washing out the highlights like that. So this is the top sort of lime. I want to say lime scale. It's not lime scale. Limestone. Limestone.
That's in my dishwasher if you want that.
Oh mate, it's all over my flat. So anyway, when you came up here previously, obviously it was summer and quite green on the few trees that were here. Mm-hmm. I'm already loving the fact that it's so like washed out behind. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think we couldn't have picked a better day for black and white photography, which is what I'm shooting, black and white film. So with this direct, harsh lighting, yet still pleasingly low, I'm excited to get cracking and find one or two comps.
Almost feels like we're at eye level with the sun.
I think we almost are. But it's moving horizontally across the sky more or less. So it's very good.
Yeah, it's cool. So I think I'm going to do a lap of a couple of these trees and reel off some shots. This is where we differ because I think I reel off shots at a faster pace and you use a tripod and set up very differently. Obviously you're shooting film, you don't
film
take as many.
Way slower, so just want to be a bit more, I don't know, just a bit more cautious with my shooting. I think your method works well. You know, go around and just shoot whatever feels right.
Try not to roll my ankle in the process.
Oh yeah, be careful. Yeah. Not only are they loose, a lot of them are covered in ice that you can't see. See that? That's ice. And you can't see it. Death trap.
Yeah. But no, this is good. Enjoying this. Just done a bit of a lap around the back of the trees with the sun behind them, so facing into the sun, giving a bit of a backlight effect. I'm quite enjoying that. I'm enjoying letting the highlights roll off. As you'll know from a lot of my other photos, and in fact my recent Gozo video made a good point of mentioning that sometimes you just have to let the highlights just burn and just let them softly glow. And I enjoy that. I think embrace them where you can. But now I've come around to the front of the tree and I'm seeing if I can find somewhere where the tree is glowing with that light. Unfortunately though, I'm not really liking the background here. It's a little bit busy, and with the branches, because there's no leaves or anything, it's not really giving it any sort of definition. So we'll see what I can do with that. But as I've come over this mound, I've seen there's about 6 other trees. So Tom's currently scouting around, trying to find them. I'm gonna make my way down there as well. Also, this is not very landscape photographer of me, but I don't have any filters for my Fuji system. I would like to get some filters, but the trouble is the lenses, the filter thread on them is pretty small. And when it comes to the street stuff that I do normally, I'm not really one to be using filters and stuff, so I just haven't invested in them. Yeah, we're getting, some visual effects that could potentially be improved with the use of a polarizer and something like that. That's something I probably should invest in next, but we're going to have to work around it. Likewise, I also quite enjoy flares across my image. Controversial, I know, but I do like it when we get some flares in the image. So I'm not using a lens hood, so we're letting that creep into the image. Don't come after me. Where's he gone? I think I lost Tom. Tom? Hope he's alright. He was just here. I found him. There he is. Wait a minute, that's not Tom. He wasn't wearing a red hat. Oh, damn it. It's been about 45 minutes or so since I last saw Tom. I don't know at what point you start to wonder. Anyway, I've just coming back up to the top bit because I had signal up here on my phone. So I might send him a message and just see if he knows where he is to point me to where he is. Aha! I found him. There he is.
Just realised we've got hardly any light left.
It's going quick, isn't it?
Time fast, so man, what to do? Because
How'd it go with this tree? Did you do this one?
yeah, it's just a shot of a tree.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's alright, it might look cool with the contrast, but I kind of did it, I couldn't find anything. I was really struggling today. So, I won't mind having one more shot. Where to go? Where should we go? What I wanted when coming here. This one, walked past a few times, because you kind of bypass this tree when you climb over the wall to get into this area.
Tom, how do your viewers feel about lens flare? Am I going to offend a lot of them?
I love it.
They love it?
Yeah.
All right. I thought you were shooting black and white.
I am. You've been fixed on purpose.
Bombing away. Well, that was, I think, a pretty eventful day. Tom, thanks for taking me out into the countryside.
Oh, it's okay. I wish it had been better. We should have gone to Lake. If I'd known you've never been to the Lake District, I would have taken you there.
Next time.
Yeah, I thought we'd just pop here because it's not too far away, but it turns out it was quite far.
No, it's been good. The weather's held out. I think I got some images. Obviously very different style of shooting.
It felt to me like a black and white day. I just want to experiment a bit more with black and white film, so great opportunity.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure when this is going to be going out. Today is January 5th. So I'll either be editing and publishing it, or maybe time it when yours comes out, because that's going to be a little while, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't rely on me. It depends how the next 2 weeks goes for me.
But anyway, thanks for having me. Thank you, Yorkshire. And we'll see you in another video sometime soon. See you later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. I did put my food in my bag, right?
I
think so.
Yes.